It is Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals, tied 1-1. The Miami Heat travel to Boston to take on the Celtics, and my best bets are on the way. We got one player prop, one spread lean, and one same-game parlay coming your guys' way. Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot. We're back for our daily edition of our best bets. Now, I am recording this video a little bit early, so I'm recording this before the Friday night game between the Warriors and the Mavericks tips off, so I will recap our bets in the next video. But if you are new to the Calling Our Shot channel, thank you for watching this video. If you want to go down below, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button. We certainly would appreciate it as we're closing in on 34,000 subscribers. Let's keep rolling it up. Now, drop a like on the video too if you don't mind. Helps the channel grow. And comment your best bet for this game. You guys have been tossing out some winners in the comment section. I think you guys can do it again. Now, as I've mentioned in the past couple videos, we do have a new kind of Discord. We're on Chalkboard now, and I believe 300 to 400 of you guys have joined the Chalkboard. Look, we appreciate you guys for joining, and look, if you don't know what Chalkboard is, it's basically like Discord, but you can chat with all of us in the community, where Logan and I are pretty active in there. You can ask about your plays, you can share your tickets, you can do everything about that, and you can also kind of watch the games in the app. So super cool. Watch the game scores that is in the app, and plus, it helps us if you join it. Chalkboard may or may not be paying us for every new user that comes onto the app. So we certainly would appreciate if you want to support the channel a little bit below. First link, top of the description. Only for iPhone users, iOS at the moment. Android's on the way. So we certainly would appreciate it. My last note before we get into it, if you want to sign up for PrizePicks, also would appreciate it. Use code COS or the link in the description. By using that code, you get an extra 100% deposit match up to $100 on your first deposit. Like, you get a free $100 if you sign up using that code or the link in the description. And it's another way to help us support the channel. PrizePicks wants us to bring as many new customers as we can, and let's take all their coins. Now, my final note, actually, shout out to all our COS All-Stars. Thank you, as always, for supporting the channel. You guys, the real MVPs, the reason I wake up, do these videos. The reason I do these videos, while I'm still probably on vacation at Disney World at the moment, you know, you guys are the real MVPs. Thank you guys all for supporting us. Our newest ones, we got Philip, we got Red, we got EMT, we got Hamish, whatever. We appreciate you guys for always for supporting the channel. Without further ado, getting to my favorite player prop of this game. Go Marcus Smart, over 25.5 PRAs, minus 105 on DraftKings. That would be points, rebounds, assists, combine them, boom, PRAs. Now, Smart proved to be the heartbeat of this Celtics team. They really missed him in Game 1, and he stepped up Game 2, played 40 minutes despite the blowout, and he was the reason they evened up the series. It wasn't necessarily the whole reason, but they would have been a lot harder to do it without him. Now in Game 2, Smart, 24 points, 9 rebounds, 12 assists for 45 PRAs. Now I have to do a fact on the screen. Smart is not having 45 plus PRAs today. I just don't think it's going to happen. Now, if he does, then heck, we'll do a victory lap next video. But Eric Spoelstra of the Miami Heat, their head coach, he's going to make some adjustments. But you got to think about it. If you're Spoelstra, would you rather lose to Marcus Smart or rather leave Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown wide open? I'd argue you'd probably rely on, Marcus Smart knocking down some shots. It's not like he shot a good percentage in Game 2. He shot 8 for 22. It's like 36.7% from the field. You can live with that, but what on the other side, you had Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum shooting pretty well from the field. So let's talk about Smart, though. He's notoriously played pretty well against Miami. In 2 regular season games against them, well, in his last 2 against them this season, he had 23 and 25 PRAs. So yes, he did go under this line in both of them. Was pretty close within a 3-pointer of hitting the over, but he played far fewer minutes than he will play today. In one of the games when he had 23 PRAs, he played 35 minutes, so close to what he'll play today. I anticipate he plays about 37 to 40 minutes again. But in that game, he shot 3 for 15. Look, if Smart's going to go out there and give me 15 field goal attempts, I can sleep well at night, regardless of how this bet turns out, because he's going to hit the over way more often than go under if he gets 15 field goal attempts. Now, the other game he went under, the 25 PRAs, only played 28 minutes. It was a blowout in that game. He only shot 9 times as well. I think he shoots more, plays obviously more minutes, regardless of the blowout. I mean, last game was a blowout, and he still played 40 minutes. Now, Derek White should be back in this game. He was out due to personal reasons. Congrats, Derek White. I believe his partner had a kid, so shout out to him. I don't know if it's their first kid, don't know if it's second kid, who knows, but shout out to Derek White. He was out for personal reasons, but still, Smart's last 5 games versus Miami Heat played pretty well. 45, Game 2, 30, 28, 23, and 30 PRAs. His only one miss was a game he shot 3 for 12. So he's played pretty well against Miami in the playoffs. The previous 4 games were all back in 2020. Marcus Smart's obviously improved as a player, much more of a playmaker than it was in those day and age. Now, Smart likely going to get the Tyler Hero defensive assignment in terms of Tyler Hero's probably guarding him. Probably a good thing. Tyler Hero, liability defensively, and he certainly is going to avoid the number 1 and number 2 guys that they're going to be guarding. And on the Miami Heat side, they're going to put those guys on Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So I really like Smart. He's attempted 12 plus field goal attempts in 6 games this postseason. His PRA numbers were 33, 23, 36, 28, 33, and 45. So hit 28 plus, going well over this line by 2 or 3 in 4 or 5 of those 6 games. And look, he just attempted 22 field goal attempts. Wow. I'm gonna be honest, he ain't attempted 22 field goal attempts in game 3, but if he can still get us that 12, then I think we're gonna be pretty good in line. I think he might get closer to 15. That'd be awesome because, like I said, the Heat's defense has been a lot of double teams on Jason Tatum, forcing him to pass the ball, and Marcus Smart's fine at shooting the 3, and he's fine at kicking it to the wide open teammate for some assist chances. Speaking of assist chances, let's talk about game 2. He had 12 rebound chances and 19 potential assists. The guy had 31 combined rebounds and assist chances, so if you want to take his over 10.5 rebounds plus assists, I don't mind that at all, but that's just a ridiculous number to expect that to go down drastically. I don't see it happening too much. So in summary, game 2, Smart had 22 field goal attempts, 12 rebound chances, and 19 potential assists. Look, I know the NBA playoffs all about ebbs and flows, all about roller coaster, but I still do think Smart has enough volume to get over this line, 25.5 PRAs. He's going to play big-time minutes, big-time game at home. I think he shoots well. I'm relying with Marcus Smart at over 25.5 PRAs is my favorite play of the day. If you want to take an individual line, I likely lean it's over assists, which is at 6.5. Now, or rebounds plus assists, which is 10.5. Now, let's move on to my lean for this game. I lean the Heat plus the 6.5. Now, look, what a correction by the sportsbooks we've seen in this line. I mean, the Heat were what? They were technically 4-point favorites in game 2, but that line went down to 1 and 2 once we saw Smart and Al Horford come back. But still, big time, 1-2 point favorites at home. To see them 6.5 point underdogs on the road feels a little bit like an overcorrection in my opinion. Now, I know everyone and their mother, they're going to bet on the Celtics. And if there's anything I learned while betting NBA spreads, you normally want to fade the public more often than not, especially when the postseason comes around, because you're going to be more profitable that way. Now, the NBA has had way too many blowout games, and I don't know how necessarily the Friday night's Warriors-Mavericks game goes, but regardless, it's a Saturday, and the NBA is a business. I think they want to keep this game close. They want to keep people's viewership going. It's a Saturday night game. I think the Heat will keep this game close. Will they win it outright? I don't necessarily know. I could see the Celtics winning by, 1 to 6 points, maybe a close game like we've seen them play throughout the postseason, but I think the Heat are going to keep this game close. Give me the plus 6.5. I think that's too many points to lay for the number 1 seed on the road. Now, I understand they might not be as talented as the Celtics, but I think they keep it close. Now, talking about some player prop leans before getting to same game parlay. Honestly, didn't have a lot to like in this game besides Smart, but I do like these two guys. Bam Adebayo, under 24.5 PRAs. I don't need to go into it too much. It's just the lean. I mean, do whatever you want with it. I know some people will be on his under say, just not scoring the ball. What do you have, 6 points in game 2? What do you have, 10 points and 4 field goal attempts in game 1? I just don't see him being able to score too much. He does way too much on the defensive side that really they're going to lean on other guys to score offensively. I like Bam's under. He's not getting a lot of rebounds, not getting a lot of assists. Give me his under 24.5 PRAs if I had to play it. Jimmy Butler over 26.5 points. Look, I know the Celtics are great defense. At the end of the day, someone has to score the basketball for the Miami Heat. And large in part, it's going to be Jimmy Butler. I think the volume will be there today. Now, he doesn't, not normally a guy that's going to shoot, 25 times. He's normally more of a, 17 to 21 field goal attempts. But it's the road game, big time game. Jimmy Butler shows up for him. I don't see this being a blowout, and I think he's going to have to play pretty well. So I don't mind his over 26.5 points if you're curious where I lean on it. Now let's move on to my same game parlay. We're going just 3 legs today, but plus 527 odds. We're going we're going to go Jimmy Butler 25 plus points, and then Marcus Smart 8 plus assists and Smart 4 plus rebounds. Now we think back to game 2. This parlay hit easily. Jimmy Butler had 29 points, Marcus Smart 12 assists, and Marcus Smart I think 9 rebounds. I don't remember exactly what I said earlier, but so easily cashed, and I think it might easily cash today. Jimmy Butler, like I already talked about, going to have to keep shooting. Moral of the story, he has to score. The Heat are going to get blown out. They might get blown out regardless of if he scores or not. And then Smart, like I said, 19 potential assists in game 2, 12 rebound chances in game 3. I don't see all of those numbers going completely down. He normally rebounds the ball pretty well as a smaller guard. It's all about the hustle and heart in the NBA playoffs, and Smart's arguably got the most heart on the court. Jimmy Butler up there too, but Smart's going to go after every single loose ball, and that's what we like to see. We're taking a guy's rebound prop. I think he goes after it and gets it, and Smart 8 plus assists. Like I said, he had 12 assists in game 2. Been pretty consistent getting up to this line. His regular line 6.5, so asking him to get 7, then 8 assists. Not asking for too much, so plus 527 odds. I don't mind it at this value. So that's my same game parlay, but my first official pick, we're obviously a Marcus Smart day. Don't make it seem like it's not smart to take on you. We're taking this over 25.5 PRAs. A reminder about our chalkboard. Definitely join that if you guys don't mind. We certainly would appreciate it. I enjoyed chatting with you guys on Saturday. And also, if you want to join, if you want to use PrizePicks, use our code COS or the link in the description for a 100% deposit match up to $100. Free $100 for you guys. We appreciate you guys as always for supporting the channel. It's going live on Friday night, but I'll be back again Saturday morning for some more MLB plays. If you're watching those videos, let's get after it. Let's go have a good day, and I'll recap on Saturday night or Sunday whenever I do the video. Appreciate you guys as always. It's been Austin, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.